Buongiorno and welcome to this episode, a one-day bus tour from Florence into Tuscany. It's a great view up here, front row of the double-decker bus. Look at this view. Expat Lifestyle with Bads, welcome to Tuscany. By the way, thumbs up, subscribe, bell notifications on. I'm just going to pan across here. It's a lovely medieval hilltop village, town, known as San Gimignano. So here I am with San Gimignano in the background. I love that place, it's fantastic. I've got a little bit of wine tasting to do first and with a little bit of food too, Tuscan delights, and then we've got an hour or so over in San Gimignano. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. Okay, so we're going to go in, try some wine, and a little bite to eat. What about the views? What about the wine? Salute.
The grape that we use is 100% from Dante di San Gimignano. And the year of the harvest is 2022. Cheers!
Salute. Grazie mille.
Prego.
We're just about to get back on the bus again and head over to San Gimignano, which is literally 5 minutes away. And there's the terrace we were on. Hey, the cards fell away again. That table we're on, fantastic. It's like the seat on the bus, front row. It's just all happening today. Look at that. Tuscan countryside. Just beautiful. So just behind me there you can see the gate into San Gimignano. That's where I'm heading next. Very busy today, as you can see. Very busy today. And this is one of 5 gates that we're entering. So a little bit about San Gimignano. Medieval hilltop fortified town. Best known for its production of saffron and white wine. So I guess back in the day, the alliance was with Siena. And did you know, in 1300, Florence sent Dante to San Gimignano as a diplomat to try and gain their support. Now, who was Dante? Hey, the rustic buildings are fantastic, aren't they? World Heritage UNESCO, San Gimignano. So if there are repair works to be done, they're done using original equipment or tools and original resources, original stone. So ahead you can see 2 of 14 towers that still remain in San Gimignano. During medieval times there were as many as 72 towers, and the towers were for nobility, the nobles. Climb up the ladder, pull the ladder up, and you were safe from any potential attacks. All the, just wonderful, isn't it? All the cafes and shops. Obviously a lot of tourist shops. Coming up to the main piazza now, through the archway here. So we've been climbing uphill since coming into the main gateway. The piazza here at San Gimignano, just wonderful, really is. And there's a particular ice cream shop here that is world famous, world's best ice cream. Let's see, I'm expecting a pretty big line. And there we have it, Gelato World Champion, 2006, 2007, 2008 and 2009. Okay. As a result of that claim to fame, it's a fairly long line. Have a look at this. I thought it'd be 30-40 metres and I was right. Hey, Have a look at this piazza. Just beautiful. Just got the well in the centre. It's a real meeting point, that one in San Gimignano. I just love the contrasting stones. I'm going to head up. I'm going to keep climbing up through this way. Come with me. Did you know there are a couple of towers where you can stay, accommodation. I've had a look, but at €900 a night, it's a little bit steep for me, a little bit steep. Lovely church, by the way, lovely church. So I was here just before Christmas and there were Christmas trees set up. It was very atmospheric, as it is today. It's so atmospheric. So I'm heading up this way because there's a great lookout that a lot of people don't go to. Isn't this a lovely little piazza? And that's a great vista, isn't it? As I pan upwards to get those towers. That's fantastic. Right, we'll keep heading uphill. Let's turn around and up we go. Well worth it. Oh, look who's up here. Look who is up here. That's Dante. So the one-day Tuscan trip today, pizza, a winery, sampling, and some food, San Gimignano and Siena, 106 Australian dollars. So, you know, about €70. Well worth it, certainly well worth it. Dante was one of the first writers in medieval times to write in the vernacular and not in Latin, to write in the local tongue. So he wrote in Italian. He's considered to be the father of Italian literature and writing. And here he is today, albeit a street performer who performed quite well when I dropped a coin into his bucket. But what a performance he put on. It was inspiring.
Alla lingua mia tanto possente, una favilla sol della tua gloria, possa lasciare alla futura gente.
And as I said previously, he was invited up to San Gimignano from Florence, really to be a diplomat, to try and ease the tension between San Gimignano and Florence, to really create a truce, an alliance. And that happened in 1300, the start of the 14th century. Yeah. One of the highest points in San Gimignano. And a great little lookout tower just up here. See that? Now that's worth a visit. You're going to get some lovely views over Tuscany. So isn't it lovely up here? Look at the lilac there, the colours. And this is a classic view through the doorway. The doorway frames the Tuscan countryside. Let's go over and have a look. Wonderful. Have a look at that. So we've got the fortified walls high up on the hill of San Gimignano. What a spot. What a spot to live. But isn't it lovely just experiencing this? I encourage you to come to San Gimignano. So this lookout tower, the high point of San Gimignano is well worth walking up the hill to get to. Having said that, you've got that tower in front. See that? That is the highest point. That's another option for you. But this is great here. Yes, it's busy, isn't it? Okay, and I called that very early on when we arrived. But you can still find those little quiet places, can't you? Look at this. The views overlooking the Tuscan countryside. No one here. Hang on, there's thousands here, but not in this little section. So you can still get away from it all, can't you? Even on a busy day. Listen to that. All I can hear is a breeze, some birds chirping. And that's it. And perhaps Dante in the background. He's still performing. Someone must have put some money in the bucket there. Okay, so we're just heading back down to meet the bus. We only have an hour here, so you scratch the surface. If you were here in Italy for any length of time, a one night stay would be fantastic, because what happens is after about 3 p.m. all the day trips, the tourist buses leave, and San Gimignano would be significantly quieter. That's something to think about. Oh, look at that. Okay, cyclist, off he's going to do some training. Someone on holidays here with his bike, or a local? Oh, there's a few boys who have ridden in. See that there? Not a bad destination to stop if you've been out on a training ride, hey?
Hi everyone. Bruce has so kindly let me do a little cameo with you. Just wanted to give you an update on our trip today. It's been a blast. We're currently walking back to our transport, and what I have actually bought for Dad is a Chianti wine with cheddar cheese that it's paired with, and I'm hoping that Dad really likes it. I don't know if you know much about Dad, but he's a bit of a stickler for time, and at the moment he's on a mission to get back to the bus, because we need to be right on time, despite the fact that half of our group are notoriously late back to the bus. But that's okay. Anyway, it's been such a fun day. It's good to meet you all, and hopefully I speak to you soon. Bye!
Expat lifestyle with Bads. So, an hour's up. Now, I've been to San Gimignano 3 times now. So I was able to show my friend where to go, the lookout up the very top. But if it's your first time here, you've got to move quickly. And that's a disadvantage of doing a one-day bus trip on a tour from Florence. The limited time you have, you literally are just scratching the surface. So you need a plan, because I've got to keep moving, because I'm going to be late for the bus. You don't want to miss a bus, because I've been on a tour before where they've left people behind, and that's the truth. Okay, so just to conclude, look, if your time is limited when visiting Tuscany or Florence, do the one-day tour. You get to see Pisa, San Gimignano, Siena, the Tuscan countryside. I've done that trip twice recently with my daughter, who spoke to you about me concerned about being late, and also, like last week, with a colleague from Beijing, she's now in the UK. She came over to Florence for a bit of a holiday, and we went out to Tuscany on that day trip. So regarding the 2 tours, with my daughter, we left a bit earlier and we had a little bit more time to spend in each of the cities. Whereas with my friend from the UK, we left Florence a little bit later. Consequently, less time in each of those cities. So do your research and just work out which tour will provide you more time in each of those cities, because that's important. Expat Lifestyle with Bads. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thumbs up, bell notifications on, and subscribe. I'll see you next episode as we venture further into Tuscany. Ciao.